All right, what's going on? It's your boy Expat D here. So I'm gonna make another one of my videos on just going through the fat loss transformation. Um, so I'm an expat. I'm a traveler, and I also am going through a fat loss transformation. This is something that I really want to help people at least learn from my experience and really to find someone. What I'm looking for are people that are kind of going through similar situations that they can relate. So what I want to talk about in this video is, I hope you guys can't hear all this background noise. I want to talk about who information is coming from. And this is what I feel. I feel like when if you're someone that wants to go through a fat loss transformation, I think what's valuable is hearing from someone that has overcome a similar struggle to you. And for me, I'll tell you like this. If someone were, I'm sure you've heard of these terms, endomorph, ectomorph, mesomorph, okay? And of course, ectomorph is someone that's other known as like a hard gainer. So these are people that are typically, skinny, lanky, and they have a hard time putting on weight. So that person came to me and was like, yeah, I just can't put on weight. I'm trying to get bigger and, whatever, gain muscle. And I just, no matter what I do, no matter what I eat, I can't put on weight. To be real with you, like I hear what some, what I hear in books and things like that, but I'll be the first to tell you, I can't relate. I really can't relate. I've never been someone that just couldn't put on weight. That's just that my body type doesn't really function like that. And the advice or experiences that I'd be giving wouldn't be genuine. And you know what? I see a lot of, fitness people out there. And they're like, oh man, back when I was cooked, and, and now I got in shape. And, you'll see some video of them and they're like 220 pounds and like trying to make themselves look bloated and bad lighting. And then they'll have some after picture and they're all like yoked up and stuff. That's cool or whatever. But I'm like, dude, I can tell these people that do that, they never really struggle with their weight. They may have had like one situation in their life where they put on weight, and then now they're trying to relate to people that have that struggle. And I don't really think that they know what they're talking about. Like, I mean, I'm not saying their information's not good, but I'm saying I don't really think they can really relate with that experience. And not just that, it's like sometimes when, I see content out there that's like that, they're like calling everybody cooked and, and they're setting these standards, which is good to raise your standards. But sometimes I feel like it kind of teeters on like having someone with an unhealthy relationship with food or with fitness. And it's one thing, you want to do what you want to do and in the gym and count your macros and do the things to get in shape. It's another thing where it's like you become obsessed with it. And I think some of this information where it's like, my goal is not to make the audience feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to go through a transformation and stuff, like, yeah, like, we're all trying to, grow and transform our body and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, it's like, we just have to knuckle down and do what we have to do. You know what I mean? We don't have to make, other people feel bad about themselves or, things like that. We're just trying to figure out what works. So the whole point of this video is we need to understand I think it's important who the information is coming from. That's why I'm making videos during this phase, because as I continue to make videos and you see me transforming, you'll be like, oh wow, he knows what he's talking about, right? Or you can look back at, let's say you're looking at a video in the future and I'm at my ideal weight, I've accomplished my goals and things like that. You can look back and be like, man, I wonder what this guy was like 50 pounds ago, or 60 pounds ago, or whatever. And you can kind of see the real life phase and what I'm going through, because you might be at that phase. And you may want to see, like, okay, what is it really like in that particular phase? Because a lot of times when you get to a particular goal, you may forget what it was like 40 or 50 pounds ago. You were eating differently, exercising differently. Maybe the foods that you were able to eat were, different portions. You may have learned some different things that work better for you, whether it's in the gym or whether it's in the kitchen, things like that. It'll be nice to kind of have that looking back, and you can relate to the person at your phase, right? And then it's like, if you could see me transforming, and that's one thing. I've already lost 40 pounds, and it's like, even the information or what I did 40 pounds ago and now, some things have changed. A couple things I eat I didn't eat 40 pounds ago, that I feel like making things a little bit more efficient. And I'm sure as time goes on, it's going to change. So that's really why I want to make videos like this, is to really, this is really for people that want to lose a lot of weight. Like for me, when it's all said and done, it'll be between 80 and 100 pounds. Right now I'm down, in the 30s, close to, it's kind of I have to see once I get back to the States. Because I want to get the same scale as I had before, because I had a scale of mine get damaged in luggage, and so I want to get, it was like from Walmart, so I want to have the same one, because I got some of these Chinese scales, and it's all over the place. But regardless, I've been having a good transformation. Clothes are fitting better. When I'm looking at my progress pictures, I'm seeing a lot more muscle and definition and all that stuff. So it's going in a good place. But yeah, the point though is, if you're someone that I would classify myself, if you believe in this, as like an endomorph, someone that puts on a lot of weight easily. If there's someone that's you, and you're struggling with losing losing weight, and you want to see a different approach, because a lot of the things that I'm seeing other people doing, I can look at it and like, oh no, this is not sustainable. They're digging themselves in a hole. And just because something works even relatively fast in the beginning, you could set yourself up to something that you can't sustain, and you'll be off your diet, man, so quick. But anyway, if you're interested in this type of content, if you want to join me on your journey, if you want to just hear this information just to keep yourself motivated to stay on your journey, you're in the right place. Anyway, so I'm Expat D. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get this channel to grow. And I hope that this information can help somebody. All right, so I'm going to end things here. This is Expat D. Right now in Nairobi, Kenya, but I'll be traveling soon. All right, peace. I'm out.